I'll give God all the praises. G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chat, we build fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 Run it up.
It's Madden NFL 23, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Raiders and the Lions under the lights on Thursday night.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Detroit Lions. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw, Goff. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A beautiful fake. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
On second down, Jacobs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 45 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
This week, such an important one for his entire offense, but for him especially. He wants to start this new season off strong. He's got big plans for this year. Wants it to be one where he finishes among the league's best while leading his team to the postseason. A strong opening week is a great start to that and can create momentum that carries over not just to next week, but the next few weeks as well. A rising tide raises all ships. And if he can start this season off strong, his offense will benefit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets it up past the 35.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Right back to him on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. Or 3 yards there. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening two drives.
Yeah, it feels like two boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Now Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. To throw is gone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a solid run here as they'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So all field goals so far, 6-3-yard score as the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and his Vegas offense operate. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Returnable here for Davis. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to have it here just past the 25.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Goff now looks to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air again. Goff. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and... They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie things up at 6-6. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll look to throw again. He'll go right back to St. Brown. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just have the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee in the final couple of seconds. Will tick by in this first half. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold for just a couple and force a third down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Inside 4 minutes to go. Third quarter. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now back to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll set up a throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not. Inside the 30. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
A good running there by Jacobs on first down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. One quarter remains here this Thursday night. Back now at Ford Field. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. From the 41, Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
From the 40 now on second down, Goff. And he's got his big tight end here. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 79 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Jacobs going to try the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Jacobs again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on the play sheet the entire time.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. The Lions on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. In search of redemption from the pick six. Gone. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down. Gone. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side, all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. They'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year, always a special one, and love, I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? Makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season, partner. Can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know...
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping whenever I'm in your town. No